Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
I'm going to start off by apologizing to you. I owe you the biggest freaking apology because I doubted you. I doubted this team listening to the narratives before, and you spoke out about it, and it was never in doubt. But getting to this tournament, you advanced. It seems like it's automatic. I'm going to pencil you in next year as well. You're going to be the Sweet 16. So I'm going to mark it down so it's
right.
straight.
You don't need to apologize. Everybody's opinions are all right.
It was.
Yeah.
I didn't see even this type of success with your team early on. It was just someone's question. Did you see it early? I saw it late, early in the year.
No, heavens no. You're right on. That was a great eval. We weren't very good early, but I mean, it is kind of what we're supposed to do, right? Like we're supposed to, that.
Yes,
we're supposed
yes.
to practice, and the thought is like we will get better and hopefully come together more and figure it out. And at least in this year's team's case, it took a little while longer probably than, I want it to be done day one, I mean, it's understandable when we add point guard, a big man, mixing in some new guys and all that. And Drew Timme was a big loss. So in more ways than one.
People don't recover from losing guys like that. There's guys that's just such a big part of a program, and you just don't recover as quickly when you lose a guy like Drew Timme.
Everything, in the locker room, like socially.
That was the one thing I said as a coach that I missed more than anything else. When we lost a guy and we lost John Collins, it wasn't just his points that we lost. It was what he did and what he commanded in the locker room and what he meant to everything. We just missed it. So it was like you had to reteach how to do everything. And that guy, when you have that guy, he just does that for you. And it allows us as coaches just to worry about basketball.
And I'll tell you the other thing, he just would walk into every game and just, we're good.
I got it.
We're better. I'm better than any of these dudes. I'm going to take you guys with me, and then we're going to roll. And he literally, that's no exaggeration, and the guys fed off that. And we actually needed to develop a little bit of swag this year, quite frankly, to kind of get and we did at the end.
What did you learn about last year's going through the whole portal thing? Because it was kind of new last year in a way, right, with the NIL and everything. And this year, it's ramped up. Let's face it. The numbers are higher.
Yeah,
there's more kids in the portal. They're asking for more money, all that. What did you learn from last year?
Oh, wow. That it's real. And, I mean, it's not going to go away. And so we just need to put our Gonzaga spin on it, you know what I mean? And keep our values and keep what we just got talking about, what our locker room's like, what our, but that's okay, because listen, guys, like the great people, the great character kids, it's not going to be the first question they ask in the recruiting process. It might be the second or third, and that's very responsible of them to ask that. But there's still ones out there that want to win, and still ones out there that want to get to this place, and we can help them do that. I mean, and that's not talk. We've backed that up, and we can help them get to the next level. That's not talk. We can do that. So, I mean, if they're in line with that, and then, hey, coach, I just want to be competitive in NIL and all that, then we can do that. And I think that's responsible on their part, too.
The development of Ryan Nembhard this year, his growth as a point guard, I think we saw it by the time we got to the tournament. What did you see in him at the end of the year that maybe you didn't see early on?
I think a little bit. That's a great take, Rob. Some of it probably was on us. I think we were maybe leaning on him a little too much at the start of the year, and maybe a little too much of a scoring load and all that. And as we progress at the end of the year, even when you watch us, I mean, we were coming at you at 5 different spots. I mean, Ben Gregg started coming at you, and obviously Anton was kind of on the whole time. But Ryan and Graham started really figuring out how to connect better, I mean, it's different throwing to Graham than it was to Drew Timme and stuff, or Kalkbrenner in that regard, for Ryan. So kind of all that, I think, just maybe taking a little bit of that off him, and his assist to turnover ratio down the stretch was just ridiculous. And he was posting some 12s and 2s, 10 and 1. I mean, that's crazy numbers.
Coach, when we look at the landscape of college basketball right now, for you, what's something you like to see change
How long we got? How long do we have?
That's the craziest thing. Let me say this. There's so much to fix. Let me say this. That's an easier fix than some of the stuff. It's gone. We can't change NIL.
Well, it might be. I would say this. If I had a magic wand, I would change. Can we give Congress temporary ability to have a safe harbor from no lawsuits? Can you tell what level I'm at on all this stuff?
Yes, I get you. I get you.
Know where you're going.
I'm where you.
Okay, so we can just calm everything down, because college basketball is such an incredible fabric of America and the USA that we need to save it and get it right. And right now it's off the rails, and we got to just get it back under control. And so if I could have anything, it would be just that. If we could just have that, and then I think if we could get some structure to NIL, and I'm hoping maybe even some sort of revenue sharing or something along like that. If we could get back to some structure to transfer rules, I think you guys are in agreement with me on that.
Yes, absolutely.
Even though a lot of people in your industry suggested it would be just be great to do whatever you want, leave whenever you want. It's very hard to build any program, and the NBA doesn't have that, and nobody, NFL, you have to have some regulations when guys are leaving and when they're not, just to organize a team.
The kids need help from that, because you can't transfer to school. I can't transfer to Gonzaga and get a degree in 1 year.
I know.
I need to be there, and I've often said, freshman, sophomore year, if you graduate or another thing, you need to be somewhere 2 years to graduate. Like that still needs to be important in some way, because you can't have kids in 4 schools in 4 years and just free agency now.
But we're going to see
I'm
that a lot.
one of the guys that goes to these meetings, and I'm on the board of directors now, and so I used to, kind of roll my eyes at that stuff. But as you get older, like, you want to take care of this game. It's not just about what's happening at Gonzaga or what's happening at Wake or what's happening at wherever. You know what I mean? Like, and we do need that. But understanding, like, sometimes on your first try you don't get it right, so you should be able to leave. But how this idea of sitting out a year is became so bad is just crazy, and it's just a judge's interpretation of that doesn't understand what you're talking about. And I think if we can get the information and the data on these graduation rates, because they're hard to figure out right now with everybody transferring.
Yes.
I think if we can get that, we can show, like, whoa, this is a disaster, because we're cranking out guys that are not, and they might be making, some money here and there, but it's not lifetime money, and we're doing them a total disservice by allowing this.
So I've said this on the air, so I'll say it to you. I mean, I feel like with the way the game has gone recently, guys like you and Tony Bennett, Jay Wright, we already saw it, right? Got out earlier. Yeah. It's going to hurt. I mean, you're talking about it now. I mean, there's frustration. We know that. Yeah. We need changes. How hard is it for you now, and how does it affect potentially when you might say, you know what, I'm done with this?
I mean, it's changed a lot. I looked at. I mean, you just mentioned. What about? It's not probably a coincidence that we lost.
Yes.
And obviously, we lost Roy. We lost Coach K. We lost Coach Boeheim. We lost Jay. Okay. Yes. I was on a committee with all those guys, so I give them.
You're the young guy.
They left me and Calipari in a rowboat in the middle of the ocean with like one oar. Okay, because that's who's on this committee, and look, there was various reasons for that. They all had crazy, ridiculously awesome, successful careers, and whatever. Time is time, but it's like it's probably not a coincidence that So, I mean, I'm still at the point where I hope I can be somewhat of a small little part of trying to get this thing fixed and heading in a really, really good direction moving forward, because it is. I've put my whole adult life into this thing, man. And I also feel like our names are on it right now for, like, we're here, and so we got to make sure it's not screwed up, man, because then it was screwed up on our watch, even though I feel like a lot of us coaches don't feel like we have much control, the power to do much.
All right. The best month of the year is here, which is why you need to know that we are partnered with BetMGM. We'll be using BetMGM lines for making all of our picks and predictions, and we'll have special offers for the listeners and the viewers of the Field of 68. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, you can use bonus code FIELD and you will get up to a $1,500 first bet offer on your first wager with BetMGM. Here's the best part. All you need to do is deposit and bet $10 of your hard-earned money to get it. This is what you have to do to make it work. Download the BetMGM app and sign up using that bonus code FIELD. Deposit at least $10 and place your first wager on any game. You'll get up to $1,500 in bonus bets if your bet loses. Just make sure you use that bonus code FIELD when you sign up. Most importantly, we have some fun stuff coming up for the rest of the NCAA tournament. Bet insurance tokens, college hoops odds boost, and the thing that I love the most, a nice little parlay boost, as well as a ridiculous array of prop bets for anything that you could possibly imagine betting on. From odds on getting to the Final Four to national championship futures, I'm calling it right now. BetMGM is the king of the prop bet. So go download the BetMGM app. Use that code FIELD and sign up today. And while I've got you, a quick request. The best way to support the Field of 68 content you get for free is to engage with us. Rate and review the pod in any podcast app. Like and share the YouTube videos that you enjoy. Tell your friends about us. It all helps in a world where the algorithm is king. And now, back to the show.